Welcome to Sioux Falls Christian Student News. I'm Lauren Alpers.
And I'm Kai Joustra.
As the first quarter is coming to an end, students and teachers are finally starting to get the hang of things.
That's right, Lauren. There are several new things this year, such as teachers.
Mary Hitt interviewed Mrs. Cook, who is the new high school art and learning center teacher.
Here's Mary Hitt with the story.
Every year, SFC has spots for new teachers. This year, one of those spots is filled by our very own alum, Mrs. Cook. Mrs. Cook, previously known as Miss Brooks, talks a little bit about her choice of applying to Sioux Falls Christian, the classes she teaches, and what's it like working at her old school.
I had a really good experience in art in high school with Sarah Mulder. She's one of my mentors, people that I look up to, and I just thought it would be amazing to teach in a similar capacity, and also to just be around people that believe the same thing that I believe, and to not have to hold back in that at all. I teach photography, intro, and I also work in the Learning Center.
The transition from SFC student to SFC teacher is not an easy one, but Mrs. Cook was able to conquer it and take on the challenge of teaching multiple new classes.
To be honest, it was a little weird at first, but I'm loving it now. It's been a really good thing.
One of the things Mrs. Cook loves is being able to incorporate Christ into her everyday teachings.
Art is unique because you can look at God as the original creator and his appreciation of beauty. So I really try to incorporate that whenever possible.
I'm Mary Hitt, signing out of SFC Student News.
Thanks, Mary.
Speaking of fine arts, choir students have the chance to be part of All-State Choir.
They sure do. I was able to spend some time with the All-State Choir students as they prepare for their upcoming concert. Every year, over 1,000 students from all over the state gather for one purpose, to join in song for the South Dakota All-State Choir. I asked Sioux Falls Christian choir students what it was like to participate in this mass choral event.
I've done All-State Choir for 3 years now. I was an alternate my first year, and last year was my first year actually getting to go to the concert, and that was really cool because it was just like over 1,000 high school students just singing and enjoying music. Why I tried out was because I feel like I can be a better leader in the bass section to the underclassmen by being a vocal leader.
Mr. Koima, the Sioux Falls Christian Choir Director, talked about the auditioning process.
I hold a audition for anybody who is interested in participating, and I put them through a sight reading exercise.
We had to sight read, which was probably the most difficult part for me.
The exciting part is once you get that music learned, you get the opportunity to sing it with all of these very excellent musicians around you that are your age.
Knowing that other people like me enjoy music that much, it's just fun to sing with them and be able to do that with them. Knowing that we believe that God has given us these talents, that's another mission opportunity for you.
I'm Lauren Alpers, Sioux Falls Christian Student News.
That seems pretty exciting.
I agree, but high schoolers aren't the only ones getting the opportunity to do something equally as exciting. 4th and 5th graders are able to participate in something that they find exciting too, Some Dog.
Ross went down to the elementary classrooms to get the scoop on this educational math game.
Wow, this is actually pretty fun. SomeDog is a website that lets you learn math while playing video games. Today, I went down to the elementary wing to see how a few teachers are using SomeDog in their classrooms.
Mrs. Engel is a 4th grade teacher at Sioux Falls Christian who has been using SomeDog since last year.
SomeDog is a great math program that the kids have been using in the last year. We heard about it and immediately got interested in it. It's a video game kind of format, which makes the kids love it. They can earn things for a little house. They can earn pets and other kinds of things while learning how to do math. And so it's really high interest for them, but also really good practice.
SomeDog also lets kids compete against other schools.
Last year, we started doing some local and national contests, and the kids just totally got into it. They work together as a team. They get into doing math at home. Their parents told me that they all were just loving to practice math at home because of this cool program.
After Mrs. Engel's success with SomeDog, Mr. Keepers, a 5th grade teacher at Sioux Falls Christian, decided to try it out with his class.
This is the first year that I've done this, and to be honest, the students pushed it, and they were excited about it. Mrs. Engel implemented it last year, and so the kids came in with a background of, hey, this is awesome, let's do this. So all I had to do is get their accounts set up and give them passwords, and then roll out the Chromebooks.
Carson is one of Mr. Keeper's students who has been very successful in some dog competitions.
So in the competition, you have 1,000 questions that you try to answer correctly, and last time I got second place, and I only missed 9 questions, and then this time I missed 5.
A few other students told me about their favorite games and things to do on Some Dog.
I like junk pile and kiteboarding.
You answer problems to work for the games, and then if you win the game, you get coins, and then you can buy stuff for your house.
This has been Ross Ackerman with SFC Student News.
Math isn't the only thing happening in the elementary wing.
Elementary students were able to get to explore the creative side and paint their favorite book character on a pumpkin.
Here's a short clip of their masterpieces. Those kids have got some real artistic ability.
Just recently, we did a chapel that displayed a few high schoolers' artistic talent.
As image bearers of our creative God, we need to glorify and praise God by creating that which is beautiful or miraculous. This creativity that students offer as a sacrifice of praise isn't optional but a joyful duty. Genesis says, God saw all that he had made and it was very good.
This painting was completed in just a few short minutes by Shelby Zimmerman, Rebecca Hofer, and Madison Niemeyer.
Chapel is a great place to help deepen your faith. Another way to deepen your faith is through prayer.
Sioux Falls Christian had a special visit that focused on prayer. Mr. Voss has a chance to find out what that was all about.
You've probably heard of the National Organization for Prayer, but did you know that they have a bus? This bus. And this bus travels the nation 6 weeks a year.
Well, Dion usually takes the prayer bus to universities, and he goes all the way across the nation every year in this prayer bus from National Day of Prayer. But I told him he had to come through Sioux Falls and come to the high school, Sioux Falls Christian High School.
And this process of mobilizing a bus tour to come out and to engage people this year in the sphere of education. We wanted to mobilize people and engage them to pray more strategically and intentionally for those who are in education, who are working in education. So we set out to meet with leaders of schools, with student ministry leaders, with students, and to ask them questions about what God is doing in their school and how we can better pray for them.
Bailey Packard, one of the student leaders that travels with the organization, has a very unique role.
My job is to gather testimonies every place we go and just talk to students and faculty, ask their stories, and yeah, we believe that it's powerful just gathering testimonies of what God's doing at different places, because like it says in the book of Revelation, you know, they will overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. So part of our job as the body of Christ is to gather those testimonies and then proclaim them to the larger church around the nation, just saying, look at what God is doing. Our God is still faithful. He's still who he says he is. And so yeah, we want to be part of telling that story of what God's doing.
Very open. They were very vulnerable with the things that they would like to see us pray for. And I think it's given an opportunity to us to take that back now and to share those things with our prayer coordinators who pray for you all every single day.
For SFC Student News, I'm Ivan Voss.
Prayer is an important way to grow in your spiritual relationship with Christ, but it is important to go as well.
Our own Cabin Coffee had an opportunity to go to the Rosebud Indian Reservation and put these words into action.
Our school motto here at SFC is love, grow, go, glorify. Each month, students get a unique chance to put that in action. I sat down with Jacqueline Punt to learn more.
I think we went on 6 last year and 1 this year so far. And they've gone really, really well. And I think that's in large part due to the students and just their dedication and engagement in what we're doing when we're there.
I also got a chance to speak with Kate Winya, student here at SFC, to learn about how the day progressed at Rosebud.
When we first got there, we went to the new playground in one of the communities, and we played with the kids there, and then we brought them back to the community center and sang with them and taught them a Bible lesson, and then we got to eat a meal with them and then play more with them.
Then I met with Maddie Gillette to hear her personal story about a young girl named Shanti.
She is 4 now, and she was 3 last time we were there. And she wasn't there the first time. And the second time she came, and she was kind of just sitting in the corner with her mom was there at the church that we were usually at. And then I started to talk with her and play with her, and she'd bring nail polish every time, and so I'd paint her nails and bring her candy or a stuffed animal or something like that. And then the day before last year's May trip, she was diagnosed with leukemia and lupus, which is a blood disorder. Shanti's really kind of she's the main reason that I go back.
But Maddie wasn't the only one that felt an impact in her life. Both Jacqueline Punt and Kate Winya shared with me what they learned from the Rosebud kids.
It makes me notice how much stuff I actually have compared to what they have, and I should be grateful for everything I have. Every time you go, you see how much they smile, and they do remember things from the last time you went, so it's exciting.
Yeah, the Rosebud kids have taught me a lot. They've taught me a lot to be thankful for the education that I've received, and just knowing that I have a community around me. I've really started or continued to value that, I guess. But they just bring joy and laughter, and it's been really incredible to get to know some of their hearts and their stories a little bit. And it's really just made me appreciate how God has blessed me.
This has been Cabin Coffee, SFC Student News.
Opportunities are always presenting themselves to students at Sioux Falls Christian.
That's right. I had the chance to go to CTE every morning and learn in a different environment. Years ago, a new school opened on the north side of Sioux Falls. The name of this school is CTE Academy. This academy is very different from any other school.
CTE stands for Career and Technical Education, and the programs that are out there include things like
carpentry one and speech,
green technology, culinary class,
cabinetry, welding, auto, engine, electronics,
engineering, intro to auto mechanics.
CTE offers a very different experience from a typical classroom.
I think the advantage of taking a CTE course is that students get a real, authentic view of what that career is about by doing activities that are totally related to that career. So if you are in carpentry, for instance, you will build a house, and there are 2 houses that they build and sell. If you're in culinary arts, you will cook food, you will serve people, you'll be a part of competitions and so forth. So I just think it's a real hands-on way to find out if you're interested in a career.
I think that the skills will be very beneficial for me as far as getting a job in the future, because I'm planning on doing a lot of real estate sort of job in the future.
So the fact that our students can participate with Sioux Falls students is a huge advantage for them, because a lot of times students won't even have that opportunity. So I think it's something that we really need to take advantage of if possible.
With SFC Student News, this is Kai Joustra.
As you can see, there's been a lot going on at Sioux Falls Christian.
For more information, please visit our website, siouxfallschristian.org.
Thanks for tuning in. For Sioux Falls Christian Student News, I'm Lauren Alpers.
And I'm Kai Joustra.